crafty friends, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to make a birthday card for my daughter, and I'm inspired by a creator that I came across on YouTube. Her name is Carly T, and I'm not affiliated with her, but I do love her. I like my cards to be on the more simplistic side, and if you couldn't tell, and I like her style, and I really want to kind of attempt to try a card that she tends to do a lot, and for good reason, right? Because it works and it's really cute. So I actually kind of want to incorporate her aesthetic into some of my cards, so you're going to see it a little bit more often, but I do want to give her credit. But I'm going to try to change it up a little bit to kind of spin it to make it my own. So that being said, we're pulling from different things. So first of all, I did a print and cut because my daughter loves unicorns, and I don't have any stamps that are unicorn in nature. So I just went ahead and I found a unicorn in, I think this was Pinterest. I downloaded it. Now, if you are going to sell cards, then you have to purchase the right of the image to use it. But I'm not selling it, and I think this is legal, but I could be wrong. But, you know, I'm not selling this card, okay? So I just went ahead and downloaded it, went to Canva, and this actually was, it was already colored in, and I want to do my own coloring. And so I went ahead and in Canva did a match style option to create a doodle instead of, you know, it filled. And then I found a cupcake in Canva that I wanted as well. And then I, of course, thickened up the lines to give it the more traditional look of a stamp, because it cut out a little bit, or I'm sorry, it's a little bit thinner, the outline of the design. So that's why I did that. Now, if you want a tutorial, I already kind of have a tutorial over this, but I can slow it down a little bit better and show you all how to do that. Just let me know in the comments area and I'll create that for you. Okay, so we have our two focal images, excuse me. And then I'm going to pull from Lawn Fawn, Rain or Shine, Before and Afters. And we're going to use the cloud and the rainbow. And then I'm also going to pull from Simon Says stamp called Norwal Friends. And I love this. In fact, I almost went with this, but I decided to stick with the unicorn. And I'm going to pull in these shooting stars and then these regular stars for the background. Okay, so first we need to get our coloring in order. So let's go ahead, and I'm using a light grip mat that I purchased from, I think this is from Michael's. So this just helps because I like to color before I cut, but then I forgot and cut it anyway. So this is going to help just kind of move it around, instead of just trying to work with a tiny little space, right? Okay, so that's why I did that. And then I'm going to bring in my Copics. And let me push that down. I'm going to zoom in. Let's go ahead and turn on some music, and I'll just do some fun coloring. All right, that was easy coloring, and I'm just going to flip my mat over and bend the mat and take that off, and then we have our two pieces. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mask off an area, and I need that to be about 3 3/4. So I'm just going to line up my ruler and just do a small little tick mark. And then I'll do it to the other side. And another small little tick mark. Perfect. All right, easy peasy, no fuss, no muss when it comes to measuring. All right, then what I'll do is, first of all, I'm gonna actually tape this down because I don't want it to shift as I'm trying to line this up. And I'm gonna go ahead and tape this, align it with my little tick marks. And I'm gonna go ahead and double tape this because I don't want to accidentally ink blend where I'm not supposed to. Okay. I'm going to use a worn lipstick and I'm going to tap some of that off. I might have some Kitsch Flamingo on my, well, I know I do, on my blending tool, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. And then I'm just going to come in and ink blend. I'm not going to go super dark because I'm going to be stamping over this. Okay, before I keep on adding more and more and then it's going to be too dark, I'm going to stop there. Know when to say no more. And then I'm going to, oh, you know what, actually, I take that back. I'm going to keep that there. I need that mask, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this up. And I am actually going to fold this over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card panel and I'm going to start stamping. I'm going to put this about right here because I want to be able to stamp off of it. And let's go ahead and get out the stamps. Now what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to dupe my own card. Yes, you heard it. I'm going to dupe my own card and share an easier way to do this. I'm going to share a couple different ways, and I'm going to share how you can use your pattern paper instead. I'm going to show you actually. You could use cardstock and some ink blending in lieu of that. You don't have to color. I'm going to show you how to do that. You don't have to, and show you how to use your pattern paper up, because who doesn't love to use up those pattern papers that we spent so much money on. Oh my goodness. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I buy pattern paper and then I struggle to incorporate that into, let's see if I can kind of squeak that in there. You know what? I'm just going to do that for right now. And I struggle to incorporate that into my cards, but I actually, which oddly enough, I don't struggle, putting it into my everyday crafts. I find that to be easy, which is funny, but I struggle trying to putting it into my cards. So I'm going to, again, you're going to see this year is the year pattern cardstock in my incorporating in all of my crafts. Like it's happening. So you've been warned. Definitely going to implement that. That looks super good. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that again. Oh, lovely. Wonderful. I love it. All right, let me clean this up. I will be right back. My favorite part. I don't love to paint, but I love to reveal what it looks like after you remove the tape, the masking tape. Oh, just perfection. I love it. Eee! All right, so what we want to do, I'm going to bring back my Misty. Actually, no, I take that back. I lied. I'm going to trim this down, and I am going to trim. I like, if this was a little bit too wide, then I would trim off the top, but I actually like that. So I'm going to trim the bottom off and keep the thickness of the top. And if I had really bad ink blending marks, then I would also trim that off too, but honestly, it's fine. And if you want to like not worry about that, I would do your trimming first and then ink blend and stamp, but so that way you don't have to like do an eighth and an eighth, that type of thing, and divide it up that way. That's just my recommendation, but you know, obviously you do whatever's best for you and your workflow. And you know, whatever works best. Sometimes I do, like, full disclosure, y'all, I did this card already. I did this card already, and I was literally, and you're going to see it in a YouTube short if you have not already. Probably you have already by now, but I literally was done with this card, and I was adding faux splatters, and my Copic just bled and just left a huge blob. Oh, I was so mad. Ugh. So that's okay. And plus I messed up in my recording. I was zoomed in, so it was doomed from the beginning. Oh man, I have a little smudge mark. This card's just not gonna work out for me today. Let me make sure this is all nice and clean. Now, I'm bringing in my Misty because I want to kind of get an idea about where I want to place my sentiment. And I'm actually going to pull from, this one and do Happy Happy Birthday. Okay, and I'm going to use my VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink. Get that all stamped. Bring that in and press. Go ahead and press again. That looks really good. And I got that straight. Woohoo! Oh, I love when I get to my sentiments straight. I hope that I'm not alone on that one. I feel like I never get them straight. I went ahead and added my panel to my card base, and I also added a foam panel to it, so it just gives it a little bit dimension. And since I'm just handing it to her, I can literally just put it, you know, I literally can put as much dimension on this card as I want, because again, I'm handing it to her, right? So I don't have to worry about trying to mail it. And that looks so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? I was going to do, before I do that, I was going to add some glitter. Okay, hold on. Oh, I almost forgot. Alright, let me bring in my paper trimmer real quick. And then I don't even know, I'm just going to kind of guesstimate on this of how much I'm going to put on there. I'm just going to do a really thin, maybe 3/16, or yeah, maybe 3/16. I don't know. Something super thin. I don't want it to be really thick. So just use your, measure with your heart, right? And then I'm just going to put that right here. Oh, now Carly T does not do this. She just does, and this is who my cards are inspired by. She just does that and and I mean, it's not just that, but that's what she does, and love it. But I kind of want to make it my own, so I'm not directly copying her. And although she's never done a unicorn, I don't think, but really new ideas are just borrowed ideas, but changed, right? So, okay, so then I'm just gonna put that on there like so. Hope and pray that is straight. And this is just gold glitter cardstock that I got from the stamp market. I'm obsessed with their gold and white or silver. Is it silver? It's called diamond glitter cardstock, and I will buy nothing else anymore ever. It is just, by far, even this is super pretty. But I will never buy anything else because this stuff is just amazing. It doesn't shed. It really shimmers, and you would think that I would I'm the one who came up with this, but no, I was not. I just love this stuff. I love the diamond glitter especially. And so every time I put an order in with the Stamp Market, I always put an order in of the gold glitter and the diamond glitter. That is for sure. And I'm going to show you the card that I made that I messed up on, because that was a huge whoopsie. Oh, I was so mad. And I tried fixing it, but after it dried, checking it this morning, because I did it late last night, kept me up all night last night. I was just thinking, how can I make this card a little bit more original? And then in addition to that, how can I like fix that issue and turn it into a video? And so that kept me up last night because I was wanting to help you all out. And the way I was fixing it, I mean, there's ways to fix mistakes, but not how this one was kind of, I didn't want to add anything to it, you know, so there's that. And then there's this one, let's see. Okay, now let's add some faux splatters, and this is where my marker decided to disappoint me. And so I'm just gonna make sure it's not bleeding, and it's not. Whew, goodness gracious, that was absolutely terrible. So I'm just going to add some faux splatters, and there we go. And I'm kind of looking at what I did with my other card because I really like the placement of it, and I could really overthink some splatters. This is why I don't like doing faux splatters, because I could really overthink it. And I think that's good. Do I want to add? Sometimes you just, again, you gotta, this is where I was like, sometimes you just gotta think and you gotta stop. And then I was like, no, I'll just do one more. And I do one more, and that's when it just bled. Oh, I was so mad. Oh, so mad. Here we go. Oh, she's done. Oh my goodness. I love it. Now, actually, we can take it a step further, which I'm going to. And I'm going to add some glossy accents. And I'm just going to add it to the unicorn, and then also to the cupcake. Make that all nice and shiny. And then the rest I'll just leave as is. Oh, look how sweet that card is. Now here's the card that I messed up on, and I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it's definitely right there. I was trying to use these artistic medium tip water-based ink, and they're white, to cover it up, and I could get away with it honestly, but, or you could, I don't even know, you could add another faux splatter, but again, it's just, yeah. And then this was this morning, I did this morning. I was like, ooh, wouldn't that be cute to add a little border between the ink blending and the rest of the card? So that's why this one's an afterthought, and that's why there's something in between there, because I did it this morning to see how that would look, since now I have a prototype, and I think that was a super good call. Let me know which one you like. Do you like the Kitsch Flamenco, which is this one, or the one that we did on camera? I personally really like this one, but let me know which one. They both have their own little vibe to it. So okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you guys in the next card craft or craft haul video. Bye!
Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my mommy's channel. Bye bye.